The Toronto Blue Jays joined Major League Baseball in 1977, and since then, we've seen some incredible offensive seasons from some incredible players. They've produced 2 MVPs and a multitude of Silver Sluggers and perennial All-Stars. Today, we're going to take a look at, in my opinion, the top 5 greatest offensive seasons in Blue Jays history. Let's start off with a couple of honorable mentions, the first being Jose Bautista's 2010 season. This was his breakout year. He set the Blue Jays single-season home run record with a whopping 54 dingers that year to go along with an OPS of 995, which is good for him to finish 4th in MVP voting. You'd think that could be good enough to make the top 5, but if you could believe it, he had an even better season than this, and you'll see it later on the list. The second honorable mention I have is the Blue Jays' first ever MVP winner, George Bell. He had an incredible year in 1987. He hit .308 with an on-base percentage of .352 and slugged .605 with 32 doubles, 47 homers, and a league-leading 134 RBIs, which was good enough for him to win the 87 MVP, but not quite good enough for him to make my top 5 list. Thank you everyone for watching. I'm Tango, and if you enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe for more MLB content. Starting off at number 5, we have the most recent season on this list, the runner-up MVP from 2021, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The former #1 prospect in baseball put up an incredible season at just 22 years old. Some say it was because of the minor league parks, but the 2021 Blue Jays were an offensive juggernaut and Vlad was right at the middle of everything. He hit for an average of .311 and led the American League in runs, on-base percentage, slugging percentage, total bases, OPS with 1,002, and home runs with 48. He was a Silver Slugger and the All-Star Game MVP, where he absolutely annihilated a pitch from Corbin Burns at Coors Field. Vladdy finished second in MVP voting behind an absolutely absurd season from Shohei Ohtani. Although Vlad put up respectable numbers in his other 4 Major League seasons, baseball fans are still waiting for him to get back to this MVP form. He's still very young, not even 25 years old, so he should have a lot of baseball left in him. He could very likely flirt with 3,000 hits and 400 to 500 career home runs by the time all is said and done. I have no doubt that he could have an even greater season in the future, but until then, we'll just have to settle for this amazing 2021. Spot 4 goes to the most recent Blue Jays MVP season and recently retired, none other than the bringer of rain, Josh Donaldson, and his 2015 campaign. When the Blue Jays traded for Donaldson prior to the 2015 season, it would change the course of the franchise, ushering in a new era of consistently competitive teams. He was the perfect complement to Jose Bautista and Edwin Encarnacion, and instantly he fit right in. In 2015, that trio combined for 120 homers and 348 RBIs, with Donaldson leading the pack. He finished the season with 41 doubles, 41 homers, driving in 123 runs, along with an OPS of 939. He was an All-Star, won the Silver Slugger, and helped the Blue Jays break a 22-year-long postseason drought, making the ALCS in both 2015 and 2016. It was a magical time for Blue Jays fans, and this season from Donaldson will not soon be forgotten. What happens when you're an all-star who leads the league with 54 doubles, a ridiculous 1072 OPS, win a batting title hitting .363, and somehow finish only 3rd in MVP voting? You end up in the number 3 spot on this list, and we are talking about the 1993 season from Blue Jays first baseman John Olerud. What an absolutely incredible and underrated performance. It's crazy to me that Olerud didn't win the MVP, and he actually finished 3rd, 1 spot behind his teammate Paul Molitor. On the heel of the franchise's first World Series win, the Blue Jays boasted the top 3 batting averages in the American League in 1993, with Olerud leading the way, hitting an absolutely crazy .363 for the season. He also posted an on-base percentage of .473 and had 200 hits, a 7.5 WAR season that helped lead the Blue Jays to their 2nd straight World Series title. Olerud had a very solid career, but he could never quite match this magical 1993 season. We are down to our number 2 spot, and we see the return of someone that we talked about earlier. In 2011, Jose Bautista followed up his 54 home run campaign with an even better offensive season. In his 2nd of 6 consecutive All-Star seasons, Bautista once again led the American League in home runs with 43. This was the only season where he broke a .300 average, putting up a slash line of .302 with an on-base percentage of .447 and slugging .608, good enough for an American League leading OPS of 1056. He was the most feared hitter in the league at the time, and he also led the league in walks, including 24 intentional free passes. The 8.4 offensive WAR he put up still stands as the highest single season WAR in Jays team history and was good enough for him to finish third in MVP voting behind Justin Verlander and Jacoby Ellsbury. Jose quickly became a fan favorite and had a few more really solid seasons, but he was unable to match his insane production from 2011. He went on to be a key part of the Jays playoff teams in 2015 and 16 and gave us one of the most iconic playoff baseball moments of all time. The most recent addition to the Blue Jays level of excellence, Joey Bats will go down as one of the greatest, most beloved Blue Jays of all time. Here we are at the top spot, and this is going to be someone who, as like Bautista, had multiple seasons that could have been used on this list. The number one spot is going to Carlos Delgado and his 2000 season. From 1998 to 2004, Delgado averaged over 38 home runs, an OPS of 984, but one of these seasons stands above the rest. In 2000, Carlos Delgado was crushing absolutely everything. He led the American League in doubles with 57 to go along with 41 home runs and 137 RBIs. He hit for an average of 344, good for the second best in Blue Jays history behind that 93 season from Olerud. His on-base percentage was .470 and he slugged .664 to give him the Blue Jays all-time single-season OPS record of 1134. Oh, and he played in every single game that season. He walked 123 times and only struck out 104 times. All he did was get on base and usually multiple bases. 99 extra base hits in a single season is just insane. A model of consistency over his career, Delgado put up many amazing years, but none quite like this one. The craziest thing is that some other players had arguably even better seasons, and he finished fourth in MVP voting. Manny Ramirez had an even higher OPS and finished tied for sixth. Anyone else miss the juicing era? As of right now, I'd say that Delgado is the greatest offensive player the Blue Jays have ever had, and it's going to be really hard to top the career that he had in Toronto. Maybe a young second-generation star has a chance to top it? Well, there you have it, my top 5 greatest offensive seasons in Blue Jays history. Let me know down in the comments what you think. Where would you rank them? Did I miss one? Please just give me all the feedback. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.